Hey, 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 this is the antisocial socialite back at it again. Shout out to everybody. This is just a quick this is a quick public service announcement. For those of you who want to know, Christelyn is actually doing a live. We speak with a PUA, and the reality of the situation is this: PUAs work for the gynocracy. Okay, the guy that she's interviewing is a former PUA, and for those who don't know, that's a pickup artist. These are the guys who used to tell men, five steps to get a woman into bed, six steps to do this, seven steps to do that. And these guys would often tell other men how to augment themselves in order to get women. The reason why a lot of brothers in the manosphere have a big issue with well, pickup artists is because everything about pickup artistry or um, that kind of whole dating game was geared towards how women evaluate men. Now, up to a certain point, yes, you have to understand female nature, but at the end of the day, you have to understand that a woman should be attracted to your genuine masculinity, not tips and tricks and things that you are using to actually get a woman to be interested in you. It's very easy to use these techniques, words, phrases, looks, or what have you, to try to finesse. But if you're looking for something more serious, then a pickup artist is not going to help you to do that. Now, are there some benefits to pickup artistry? Yes, it's going to help you if you're socially awkward to develop your social skills. But at the end of the day, pickup artistry is always about changing your message or changing yourself to do what the woman needs you to do, which is a gynocentric form of operating. The reason why gynocentricity is so detrimental to men is because at the end of the day, your masculinity should not be rooted and grounded in what women think. Your masculine energy will naturally attract quality women. And so Christelyn is trying to basically shame right now Kevin Samuels, I believe, because I just chipped in and it was about him, somebody on World Star demeaning and demoralizing a woman. And I didn't want to do a video on it. I didn't even think it was going to be this big, but I realized it's something that a lot of people are talking about. So let me just throw a couple of my 2 cents on it. At the end of the day, what Kevin Samuel said to that lady was correct. The reason why he's correct is this: your age is 35. That doesn't mean to say you cannot find a partner, but at the end of the day, at 35, a lot of the people who are around you, they want somebody a bit younger. Okay, why? Not because you're over the hill and trash and that you're only good for knitting and cats or something, but because at the end of the day, at 35, you've already lived a life of experience. You've already seen what it is to actually be with a man. And at the end of the day, you've already lived a man looking forward to actually living harmoniously with a man when you've been on the earth single for 35 years. The lady is a single mom. I don't really want to go into, people say you're bashing them. The reality of the situation is this, and at some point I have to just do a quick video. I know there's a lot out there, so you don't really need me to do another video. There's so many reasons that men have stated why they don't want to be with women who have children from other partners. It's not because the men are bad. It's because there's a lot of baggage and complications. For example, a lot of times you hear people say, date a man who's got children. Why? Because that man fully understands your perspective on life. He already knows where child friendly restaurants are. He already knows how to check whether this movie or this TV program has got explicit sexual content. He knows what it is to actually have to deal with a child. So if you are a woman coming into a relationship with a child, you have to understand that these are the kind of things that a man who is single and childless is just not accustomed to. Not only that, the woman said she's got a sketchy baby daddy. What if that man loses his temper when she tries to move on and attacks her new partner? So there's a lot of complication that comes in trying to actually date a woman who comes to a relationship with a child. And she wasn't hideously ugly, but she definitely wasn't a stunning, beautiful woman. Out of all of the single, younger, childless women, a high value man that she is looking for, and let's be clear, that's the kind of man she called in trying to get. Them kind of men have options. So she kept pushing the issue because she's trying to lead with masculine energy. She wants to say, I've got this high figure salary, therefore I'm entitled to a high six figure man or whatever. And he's like, no, what the man wants is looks, youthfulness, fertility, preferably a stunningly attractive woman who's child free. Okay. Now Christelyn has got this guy on her show, and it's almost like the guy is very effeminate because he makes six figures, and I daren't say because he's white that all of a sudden he is you know some type of expert. But at the end of the day, PUAs are, again, PUAs are kind of part of what became the MGTOW movement, in a sense. They kind of like, oh well, guys who are just socially awkward and this and that, that's why they're going MGTOW, that's why they're going SYSBM. They hate women, they haven't got enough game and things like that. All of these are tips and tricks and tactics that men use to obviously operate in a way that looks like you're being masculine, but actually you're just pandering to women. And this guy is actually a perfect example. I only watched about 5 minutes, and it's just has got low self-esteem. He's incel. I mean, if a guy calls another guy an incel, which some guys are, but the most are just voluntary celibates because they would rather be single than deal with any women, that this is a male who panders to females. Any man who calls another man an incel is immediately suspect, because at the end of the day, just because a man can refuse a woman because he'd rather have nobody than any old thing, doesn't make him incel. Okay, it means that he has standards. And to be honest with you, that's what Kevin Samuels is trying to get women to understand. There's nothing wrong with being average. Most people are average. This woman wasn't hideous, she was just average. And when you factor in her age, the fact that she comes with a child and a sketchy baby daddy, the fact that she thinks that she deserves more because she makes 100,000, it doesn't make him wrong for telling her. And ultimately, at the end of the day, she called him. So if you guys want to check out that video, let me know what you think in the comment section down below. Like and subscribe, and I'll catch you guys in the next one. Peace.